Ladies and gentlemen, it's a big, weird, wild world out there, folks, and here we stand. Al pie del cañón, ready for anything. I'm Rob, that's Dan, and you're listening to...
The ProBoh Show!
I knew it. That's why you look mischievous. That's right, yeah. Thank you, Dan. Thank you. It is, as you all know, a very special birthday today. I don't mind saying so myself. It's Johnny Depp's birthday today, so happy birthday, Johnny Depp. Let's go on with the show. How are you doing in there, Dan?
I'm doing well.
It's the 9th of June, 2026, 8:30 a.m. and you're listening to me and Dan. Yeah, it's my birthday. Whatever. You're looking fresh. Thank you. I've survived 48 years. There you go. It's also Johnny Depp's birthday. I wasn't lying about that. Anyway, how are we doing? Welcome, folks. It is 8:30 a.m. Central European Time. You're joining me and Dan live. What's coming up in today's show? We asked 100 humans to name something they could see at a kid's birthday party. And today's unpopular opinion, and I'm pretty sure Dan is going to disagree with this one. Celebrating your birthday should not be obligatory. It should not be expected. Celebrar tu cumpleaños no debería ser obligatorio. There you go, Daniel. Let's see who's saying what. We've got a lot of people joining us in the chat. Good morning, friends. How are you doing out there? Let's see. If you want to be as cool, as sexy, as charming, as interesting, as informed, as influential, as intellectual as these people, it's very simple. You join us on twitch.tv/Bohemio Profesional, but in English. Professional Bohemian. Of course, you can interact with the show outside of our lifetimes on my Instagram, @professionalbohemian. Or if you're extra specially cool, sexy, and charming, you can join me on my Patreon, where you get a bunch of extra crap. There you go. Let's see who's joining us. BTI's here. Hiya, folks. How you doing, BTI? Eugene from Russia. Hi, guys. Bridge says, good morning, my beautiful Bohemians. I'm up and crushing. Rob's looking fresh today. Yeah, it is so warm today. It was actually nice and chill on the way into work. Good evening, friends. Happy birthday, Roberto. Thank you. Sasha, happy birthday, says BTI. Look what you've done in the chat, Dan. We were going to have a normal show today. Bridge, happy birthday to both of you. I think she means me and Johnny Depp. Oh. It's also Natalie Portman's birthday today. And Michael J. Fox. So happy birthday to the four of us. Let's share. It's actually Nacho's birthday today, the former technician here. I should send him a message. Let's see. Although everybody used to remember Natchy's birthday. Now Natch isn't here, I see. Now, whatever. It's 4:30 p.m. here, says Sasha. Well, it's nice. Early in the afternoon. Eugene, happy birthday. Rob, thank you. Sasha, I think once you pass 30, you're not obliged to celebrate your womb explosion day if you don't want to. I just have a birthday dinner with friends and my mini family. That's lovely. All right, should we get into the show? If you want to join us live, again, twitch.tv/professional bohemian. twitch.tv/professional bohemian. Let's see what's coming up. So I told you about the unpopular opinion, told you about the 100 humans. Let's get into some news, shall we? It's difficult to know where to start today. I do have. Let's do a funny one. Sasha's here. Sasha, this piece of news is dedicated to you, our Australian friend. How many farts a day is normal? Yeah, why the hell not, Dan? You see, you complain about the AI news, and now I'm doing fart news.
But why is it related to Sasha?
Because Sasha is our person in the chat who farts the most, I dare say. She's a professional farter. You know me so well, Rob, she says in the chat, see? How many farts a day is normal? ¿Cuántos pedos al día son normales? Scientists just calculated what's normal. Los científicos acaban de calcular que se considera normal. So let's get into it. And believe it or not, it's actually an Australian study. Is it just Australia that are famous farters? I'm not sure. A large Australian study has offered one of the clearest answers yet to an awkward but surprisingly important health question. How often is it normal to fart? According to researchers at Australia's CSIRO, most healthy adults pass gas between... And this is where I go to you, Dan. What's normal? What do you think is normal?
I don't know, whatever number I said, it could be or a lot or too low. So
Look, we're going to judge. We're going to judge anyway, aren't we? Go on, what do you think is normal? Give me a number.
I don't know, maybe 15.
15 times a day.
Yes.
Seems reasonable. Most healthy adults pass gas between 2 and 7 times a day.
Okay.
Dan, what are you eating? Lay off the beans, dude. Too many beans. Sometimes it smells really terrible in our room. 15 times a day.
I don't know. I knew it was gonna be something.
Doesn't that average out at like that averages out because you're only awake for like 15 hours a day. That's like a fart every hour, dude. I hope when you go to the bathroom, that's what you're doing. You just let out a silent one while I'm sat there working. Anyway. Between 2 and 7 times a day, with an average of 5 episodes daily. Okay. So between 2 and 7 times a day, with an average of 5 episodes. So this suggests that in one episode you may fart multiple times. There you go. The study published in JMA Network Open tracked 6,416 adults who logged more than 360,000 real-time episodes using a smartphone app. Dude, I think Sasha is doing between 2 and 7 every hour, I think. Researchers say this gives doctors and patients far more reliable benchmark than older textbook estimates of 5 to 20 times a day, which was based on much weaker evidence. 2 and 7 times a day, I fart at least 20 to 30 times a day, says Sasha. Bridge says between the 0 and infinity is normal. That's a pretty balanced view. I like that. I'm having breakfast. Thanks, Rob. No worries, Eugene. Sorry, we'll do this fart news and move on. Anyway, let's continue. The study also found that flatulence tends to build through the day and peaks between 6 p.m. and 10 p.m. Which for us, because we wake up so early, I imagine is 4, which is good because we're both out of the office at that time. It's a problem for Madrid public transport, not for our colleagues. Likely because gas production increases as fiber and food intake accumulate. Men reported slightly more episodes than women. The average adults aged between 26 to 45 recorded the highest average frequency, while younger participants reported the fewest. Although the researchers noted limitations including self-reporting and missed overnight episodes, the findings offer reassurance that a few daily episodes are a normal part of healthy digestion and not necessarily a sign that something is wrong. Farts. There you go, friends. Good morning. I don't know. Farts are weird, aren't they? Farts are weird because... do you find farts funny, Dan? I ask that with the best intentions. Because I think... I mean, if you hear a fart and you don't have a little giggle, it's funny. It's a funny thing, isn't it? And they're weird because you will always stick around to smell one just so you can be... just so you can be outraged and offended by the odor. I don't know. And we always like the smell of our own. Anyway, sorry, I'm going to stop talking about this. I know it's my birthday, but still.
The last thing is just your opinion.
The last thing. It's just my opinion. As Grandpa Bo would say. Your opinions are like farts. Everyone has one and we all like the smell of our own. Anyway, let's continue. You could get some of the benefits of sleep without nodding off. To nod off, quedarte dormido. You could get the benefits of sleep without having to nod off. Podrías obtener algunos de los beneficios del sueño sin necesidad de quedarte dormido. It's an interesting article from New Scientist. Scientists have found a way to mimic some of sleep's benefits without actually falling asleep. In a new study, researchers simulated deep sleep-like brain activity in awake mice and found that it appeared to reduce the signs of local brain exhaustion and improve memory. Oof. Isn't sleep one of those pleasures, though? I've got to admit, the older I get, the more I appreciate unconscious time. The time I appreciate those moments in the day where I'm not aware, I'm oblivious to the world turning. Oh, if they ever come out with a pill or a piece of headwear that makes it, unnecessary to sleep, check me out, man. I'm not interested in that. The idea is based on what happens during deep non-REM sleep when the brain carries out some of its maintenance work by pruning and reorganizing neural connections. By artificially triggering that pattern in one of the brains while the mice were still awake, researchers saw effects that resembled some of sleep's restorative functions. The results are promising, but they do not mean sleep can be replaced. In memory tests, sleep-deprived mice that received the stimulation performed better than those that did not, and the team now hopes to explore whether a similar effect could be achieved in humans using non-invasive brain stimulation. Even so, experts caution that real sleep is more complex, involving both NREM and REM sleep. And scientists still do not fully understand the alteration between those two states and why it's important. So while this research suggests we may one day borrow some of sleep's benefits while awake, a full night's sleep still looks irreplaceable. There you go, friends. Let's see what people are saying here. I rip through my whole household. When she says rip, I'm assuming she means fart. Damn. You made my day, Rob, dedicating fart news to me. See, Daniel, you thought I was offending people as I normally do, and I wasn't. I was speaking directly to Sasha's soul. The bridge missed overnight. Have they tried looking under the blankets? Sasha says, if someone doesn't have fart humour, they are boring. True story. Farts are funny. Farts will always be funny. Vero says, good morning, beautiful bohemians around the universe and beyond. Happy birthday, Rob. A special shout out to our friend Nacho, a.k.a. the Natch, a.k.a. the Oracle. Yeah, he's out there somewhere celebrating his birthday. Yeah, I tell you what he's not doing. He's not up at 7 a.m, Dad. Bringing you the finest news and entertainment, just like we are at Vaughan Radio. Anyway, shall we get into it? Let's go to today's unpopular opinion.
Unpopular opinion.
Okay, here we are. It's unpopular opinion time, and we're talking about celebrating birthdays. I was going to try and get through the show without mentioning it was my birthday. This is just... you can always tell my state of mind and how I'm doing by the unpopular opinions I do. Because I genuinely do pick them from my real life. Like yesterday's about long-distance relationships is because I was with a couple over the weekend who were in a prolonged long-distance relationship and survived, and they're still together. And I thought, oh, that'll be interesting. And obviously today, it being my birthday, I thought, okay, well, we'll do this one, and I'll just keep it under my hat. But there you go. It's impossible to keep anything a secret, isn't it? I dedicate this, Dan. I dedicate this unpopular opinion. It should not be expected to celebrate your birthday. It shouldn't be obligatory. Celebrar tus cumpleaños no debería ser obligatorio. I'd like to dedicate this to a man who crawled so we all can walk. Of course, I'm talking about Kevin Burling. Do you know who Kevin Burling is, Dan?
No.
He's a Kentucky man who was awarded $450,000 after a jury, juzgado, oh no, how do you say jury? The people who... Jurado. Found that his employer ignored his request not to throw him a birthday party, despite knowing it would trigger his anxiety. And he sued his office for throwing him a birthday party. A man who crawled so we could walk, ladies and gentlemen. That piece of news coming from the BBC, April 2022. Kevin Burling, we salute you. So let's get into it, shall we? Should it be expected to celebrate your birthday? You know, is it an arbitrary achievement? And that the fact that not everyone enjoys being the center of attention, and the fact that it creates some kind of obligation or social pressure, you know, or should we be thinking about it a little bit more communally? Should we be acknowledging life and our landmarks, that rituals strengthen relationships, that people need milestones, and more often it's for those around you than for you yourself? Well, it's a complex one, so let's get into it, friends. How do you think they voted on Instagram, Dan? True or false? Celebrating your birthday should not be obligatory.
True.
They did vote true. 58% of people voted true today. Let's get into it then. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think you should in some way celebrate your birthday even if it's not with everyone? Or do you think it's just not necessary?
No, I think it's not necessary.
Not necessary. You're a true as well then?
Yes.
Okay. Let's get into it. This puts me in the awkward position of perhaps having to argue against my own beliefs here, but let's go. Okay, in the pro column, where 58% of people voted, it's an arbitrary achievement. Birthday marks the passage of time, not something you actively accomplished. Some people find it strange to celebrate simply existing for another year. It is true, isn't it? Isn't it a bit of a weird landmark to be celebrating? It's like, oh yeah, 48 years and 9 months ago, my mum made some questionable decisions, and you've all been paying for it ever since. Here's some donuts. I don't know, it just seems really odd. I mean, we don't celebrate other landmark things about ourselves, do we? I grew a beard a year ago today. Everybody, to the canteen. Of course, you know, many celebrations are about achievements. None of them about achievements. Okay, it's an arbitrary thing to say, okay, you existed for 365 days. But, you know, holidays, anniversaries, and traditions often simply just exist. They don't need any meaningful moment attached, do they? Not everyone enjoys being the center of attention. For introverts or private people, birthday parties can feel more stressful than enjoyable. It's, you know, believe it or not, outside of the radio, I am actually quite a private individual. So the idea that even for a moment I'd be the center of attention, it causes the ants in my brain to go swarming. I hate it. But of course, you know, not all celebrations have to be like that. I mean, you can celebrate your birthday without it being a big center of attention, quite kind of an ordeal. It can be tailored to the person. It doesn't need or necessarily mean a large party. You can just get together with a few of your friends and play board games, for example, whatever. Social pressure creates obligation. People often feel compelled to organize events, invite people, or appear grateful for celebrations they never wanted. That would have been me if it hadn't been a work from home day. You know, I'd have gotten a lot of sweets, taken them into the canteen, and have to stand around idly while people that I never speak to shake my hands and congratulate me. Oh, Dan. I mean, what I will do, Dan, is while Fitz is on the radio, I'll go down and get some boyos for us both to... confections. Sweet goods. Let's continue anyway. But the problem is, the problem may be social expectations, not the birthdays themselves, right? I mean, the birthdays themselves and the celebration or acknowledgement of a landmark isn't inherently bad. It might just be a problem of the pressure. Birthdays can become emotionally complicated. Aging, loneliness, grief, unmet life goals. My ears are burning. Aging, loneliness, grief, or unmet life goals can make birthdays difficult rather than joyful. I mean, look, once you get to 48, a birthday feels like a ticking clock rather than an achievement. It's like, okay, well, there's a year closer to death. Don't look at me like that, Dan. Feel your judgment from in here. But of course, you know, we can take all of these negatively, but it does provide an opportunity for reflection, gratitude, and connection during difficult times, right? What are you going to do? Isolate yourself off because you haven't met your life goals? Come on. Okay, final point here. In the pro column, where 58% of our people have voted, Expectation is culturally exaggerated. Modern culture often treats birthdays as major events requiring gifts, parties, social media posts, and attention. Yeah, it does. I mean, social media has kind of done that. It's turned the whole world into a party. But let's be honest, it's quite minimal in impact. I think we look at what happens on social media and we kind of feel like that's real life. It isn't, is it? It's not real life. Having a lot of followers on social media is like being rich in Monopoly. Outside of the game, it don't mean shit. Anyway, and plus, not everyone's an introvert. Most people enjoy having occasions that bring their friends and family together, and I'm not an exception to that rule. I enjoy bringing people together too. Okay. And the final point in the pro column, agreeing that we shouldn't be obliged to celebrate birthdays. Adults shouldn't need annual validation. Critics argue that the expectation of special treatment for a birthday can feel childish or self-centered. This is where I'm at, dude. This is where I'm at. It does feel a little childish, doesn't it? It's my birthday today. Did you wish me happy birthday? It's just the worst. It's just the worst. But then again, you can also say, wanting to feel appreciated once a year is not really immature, is it? It doesn't mean you're immature, not necessarily. All right, let's get into the cons now. The cons saying birthdays are worth celebrating. Life itself is worth acknowledging. A birthday marks another year of experiences, relationships, growth, and survival. I mean, that is worth acknowledging, isn't it? And if not your birthday, when? I mean, okay, I suppose they have saint days here. What's your saint? San Daniel?
I think on the 22nd of July, I think.
22nd of July. I suppose in religious cultures, there are other opportunities. But a birthday is a secular event, isn't it? Independent of religion, of your friends and colleagues. It's very easy to remember the date of your birth. And does it really do harm to acknowledge someone's birthday? I mean, it doesn't require a formal celebration, does it? Rituals strengthen relationships. Birthdays create opportunities for families and friends to reconnect and express appreciation. Yeah, quite often. I mean, I'm speaking to family members that I hardly ever speak to on my birthday. Hey, happy birthday, happy birthday. Still alive? Yep. Okay, same time next year. Anyway. But again, I mean, it doesn't really need a birthday to do that, does it? I mean, it does create the context for it to be normal to reach out, an excuse to have to. I'm going back and forth on this one, Dan, because I'm not sure how I actually feel about it. People need milestones. Humans naturally organize life around symbolic markers and rituals. I mean, that's true, isn't it? We celebrate the birth of a new year every January 1st. I mean, that is in some way arbitrary. Okay, it marks the winter equinox, I guess. But, milestones are kind of plugged into our annual rituals, aren't they? So it does in some way feel normal to acknowledge or celebrate, for the want of a better word, a birthday. It's often more for others than for you. This is, for me, the most compelling argument. Friends and family may enjoy celebrating someone they care about. Here's the thing. I've always been the same all my entire life. Hated celebrating my birthday. But I do recognize it's been important to the people around me. So isn't it a little more selfish, a little more immature to poo-poo that idea when it means so much to other people? Dan, we regularly play the lottery. Why do we play the lottery, me and you, when neither of us believe we're going to win? Why do we do it?
We know why we play.
Because it makes Marta Tovar happy. So every week we spend €1 for nothing because it makes our colleague happy.
Notice how she didn't come yesterday, so we didn't play.
Yeah, she maybe owns a Caribbean island now. But there you go. And celebrating your birthday is pretty much the same as that, isn't it? It's for those that you care about. It's a little sacrifice you make if you don't enjoy it. Well, Put your big boy pants on. It's not going to kill you. Birthdays can encourage reflection on achievements, relationships, and good fortune. A day where you express gratitude, I think, is a day well spent. And a meal, a drink, or a gathering can be simple and positive tradition. There you go. True or false, friends? I will post a poll in the chat and you will tell me. Celebrating your birthday should not be obligatory, or it should not be expected. True or false? I'm hoping that you guys will orient the way I spend my day today, so I'm looking forward to your answers. Don't forget, guys, we're going to go on a very quick commercial break while you vote. You can follow me on Instagram at Professional Bohemian. That's Bohemio Profesional, pero en inglés. And you can also follow Vaughan Radio, @ Vaughan Radio. If you're on social media, why even bother being on there unless you're following us? Come on. All right, guys, I'll take a little break and I'll see you in 4 short minutes. Hey, guys, if you'd like to support the show, you can do so on Patreon. That's patreon.com/Professional Bohemian. There you'll find VODs of the episodes as they are recorded live, blogs, vlogs, and behind-the-scenes content. If you'd like to watch the show live, you can do so on twitch.tv/Professional Bohemian, and you can participate in the polls we use in the show on Instagram at Professional Bohemian or Twitter at ProBoh, ProBoh. Okay, on with the show. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the show. It's 9 a.m. Central European Time, and you're joining me and Dan live. How are you doing in there, Dan? You were very quiet through that last section.
No, I'm doing okay.
Doing okay? Have we shifted your needle with the unpopular opinion?
No, I still think that it's not something necessary.
Okay, well...
I mean, it's nice to have people telling you happy birthday, but nothing more.
Yeah, and I think it's worth mentioning. There's a difference between people acknowledging your birthday and people celebrating your birthday. I like it to be acknowledged. It's lovely feeling that people remember or have been reminded, which is more the case. But the celebration part, I think, that's where I maybe draw the line. What are we talking about? Of course, we're talking about the unpopular opinion, where the vote is still live for our live audience, twitch.tv/Professional Bohemian. You can jump onto that link and express your opinion. Vote. Tell me what you guys think. We'll get back to that in a second. But first, what did we miss? Well, we looked at some interesting news. Firstly, how many farts a day are normal? I asked Dan. He said 15. Well, you know what, Dan? You know what? In old textbooks, apparently, it was estimated between 5 to 20 times a day. So when people laugh... I don't know who was cruel enough to laugh. Oh, yeah, it was me. Never mind. But actually, it's between 2 and 7 times a day, apparently. Yeah, I guess it depends on if you've been eating beans or not, doesn't it? But an interesting study nonetheless. You can find the link to that and everything that I talk about on the show, of course, on my Patreon. And then we looked at another interesting study that was done to replicate some of the brain's healing effects through deep sleep by stimulating areas of the brain in mice. And that the people who conducted this test are going to try invasive ways of doing the same things to humans to see if we can kind of stimulate our brains, improve our memory and kind of rejuvenate our brains without the necessity of sleep. Again, they're burying the lead. I think the best part about sleep is fast forwarding 8 hours. Right? Isn't that just a lovely thing? The fact that you can hit pause on your life and just pass out, become unconscious. Oh. And then we moved on to today's unpopular opinion, which is celebrating your birthday should not be obligatory. Celebrar tus cumpleaños no debería ser obligatorio. You know, it shouldn't be expected to celebrate your birthday. And here we go. I'm going to draw a line in the sand. I think it's nice to have your birthday acknowledged. Like, I'm looking at my chat right now, and a ton of people have been wishing me happy birthday, more so than usual, funnily enough. And I'm super appreciative of that. But if I had to go out and celebrate, oh my God, I just want to shoot myself in the face. The idea of having a party and having to fake smile my way through a whole celebration, cake cutting, singing the damn song. Oh God, it's the worst. Dan, you don't even go when there's a celebration in the canteen of someone's birthday. You don't go.
I feel it's está mal ir al cumpleaños de alguien que no te sabes su nombre.
Yeah, I know. And Dan literally doesn't know anyone's name. There are people I've introduced him to, and after the introduction, he automatically just wipes it from his memory banks. But everybody, even the HR manager. What's the name?
I was joking, man.
No, I know. Look, I sympathize, man. I did a lot of recreational substances at your age. I'm surprised I remember anything. So I sympathize, dude. Anyway, so let's dig in, shall we? The vote is still live. I think it's about to finish, though. Yeah, you've got about a minute or so left if you want to express your opinion there. Let's read some comments, because you guys were on fire today. Let's see. With regards to the sleeping thing, Sasha says, I haven't had a full night's sleep in 18 months. Sasha's got 5 kids, Dan. 5. Yeah, that's the dangers of not having a Netflix subscription. You seek all alternative methods to entertain yourself. Anyway, Vero says, true, not everybody likes to celebrate a birthday. Sometimes people don't like admitting the passage of time. Yeah. Or just acknowledging your advancing years. There are 2 groups of people that fractionalize their age. So proud are they, right? Do you know what I mean by that, Dan? Like, it's little kids pre-5 and old people post-80. Like, little kids, I'm 5 years and 2 months old. Or like, ancianos. I am 85 and 2 days. Everyone else in between. I mean, do we really care? Do we really? Are we really? Is our age that much of a big deal? I don't know. I don't think so. And plus, the closer you get, the closer you get to your twilight years, the less likely you are to celebrate the death of youth, are you? I mean, I can already see it all over my face, with all the grey hairs and ever balding head. I can hear you laughing. Don't stop it. It's easy to be young. Let's see. Sasha says, I'll be listening in while I cross-stitch. Thank you, Sasha. Artemisa's here. Good morning, beautiful Bohemians. Happy birthday to you, Rob. Thank you, Artemisa, and thanks for your message today. That was lovely. Eugene says, true. Celebrating your birthday should not be obligatory. He says, true, but not for kids. Kids need it. Do they? Do they, Dan? Do you think kids need to celebrate their birthday?
I think so, yes.
Dude, have you ever been to a baby's birthday party? He's 1 year old. Dude, that thing is a potato at that age. It doesn't know what's going on. All it can see is shapes. I mean, I hate to refer to it as an it. I mean, the kid, the child, the little person. They're oblivious. I think until they hit like 5 years of age, they're not conscious of anything properly, are they? It's my birthday. Maybe when they start to talk, from 3, you should start celebrating their birthday. But the idea... I know I'm going to get messages about this. Look, the inbox is nobody cares at groupovon.com. You send all your complaints there. A 1-year-old child does not need to celebrate their birthday. They're not even all that aware of their own existence, are they? It's like taking them on holiday. Why? You could put them in a broom closet and they would know no different, Anyway, sorry. I think I'm getting off topic. In my case, I like thinking, this is Vero, I can celebrate my birthday twice a year. First, my actual birthday, January 6th, and second, July 18th, the day I was reborn. Vero like the Queen. A bunch of different birthdays. Why not? I never thought about this. If I had to choose, it would be, yes, it should be obligatory. That everybody should celebrate their day of birth. What would be the consequence of that? It would be like another Christmas, a mini Christmas once a year. And as you know, I'm a big fan of Christmas. I love Christmas. People say, well, you shouldn't need a special day just to be nice to everyone. No, you shouldn't. But does it really hurt that there is? And isn't it nice that everybody should be treated as special just one day a year? What's the harm in that? I don't think there is a harm in that. I think that's a beautiful thing. I maybe agree with Bridge. Maybe it should be obligatory.
They should give you a work off day.
They should give you a day off. They should give you a day off work, or off of work, if you want to be super grammatically correct. Yeah, I agree. In fact, if that's the thing, then I'm totally a false today. If I can get a day off, an extra day off every year, amen to that. Artemisa, I'm a big true today. I don't really do birthday parties anymore. Whenever I tried to celebrate, no one would ever come. This year I spent my birthday packing for our Asturias trip. Yeah, it looked like you had a good time out there as well, yeah. Hubby and the kids. Yeah. I mean, I've got to be honest, I've never organised a party for myself, but occasionally I have parties thrust upon me, and, and usually I have a good time, but I'm kind of, even though I play the role of a grugnon, of a grumpy person on the radio, I usually have a good time, let's be honest. I think I have a better time, though. Here's the thing, Dan. I have a better time at other people's birthdays than at my own. At my own, I just feel the weight of the social pressure to, be a good guy and everything. Mike says, happy birthday, Rob. Born on the same day as Matthew Bellamy. Is that the same Matt Bellamy from Muse? Oh, my God. It's just a day for talent, isn't it? Matt Bellamy, Johnny Depp, Michael J. Fox, and me. And Donald Duck, funnily enough. Did you know it's Donald Duck's birthday today?
Donald Duck has a birthday.
He does. The day he was created. There you go. Con's here. How are you doing, Con? Welcome. Sasha says, I have 5 kids, yes, but not all of them live with me. We didn't really have a party for Atlas's first birthday. We had a barbecue with our friends at a local park. Yeah, what's the point in celebrating a 1-year-old's birthday? I know that's a controversial take, but there you go. I was lucky enough to be a... what's this? Silesian. I don't know what you're saying, Bridge. All right, let's get into some comments I got on Instagram right here. Martin Keller says, I agree. Some people love birthdays. Others would rather treat it like any other day. Both should be fine. Here's the thing, though. It's not really every other day, is it? And the thing is, if I break apart my own feelings about celebrating my birthday, it's a little bit more because a birthday celebration isn't concordant with my own kind of style of celebrating, the way I like to pass the time. I like to pass the time in a quiet situation, maybe lunch, something low-key with the people that I care about, and that's it. That's my idea of a perfect night or day, is a nice lunch where I leave so full that I immediately need to take a nap. Perfect. Mwah. No notes. Or, playing video games or board games with the people that I'm closest to. Perfect. Perfection. I don't need more than that. Of course, a birthday party is not that, though, is it? It's balloons and clowns and cake. I mean, okay, let's be honest. The cake is all right. But my social battery starts to draw thin after the first 5 minutes. Anyway, Jasmine Reed says, the weird part is when people get offended because you don't want to celebrate or have a party. Yeah, but, okay, again, look at me. I'm cursed with playing devil's advocate all the time. Here's the thing, Jasmine. They're offended because they care about you and they want to celebrate you. Outside of this show and maybe, the people I'm closest to, I don't express these opinions to the people around me, my opinions at least, because I recognize that your birthday is as much for those around you that care about you as it is for you. It's for them to celebrate you. They take away they kind of take away the benefits from it, I guess. They feel good about celebrating your existence. Yeah, I don't know. Victor Lazik says, I enjoy birthdays, but the social expectation around them can feel exhausting. Yeah. Camilla says, Camilla Norweya says, celebrations should be invitations, not obligations. The whole point is that they're supposed to be enjoyable. I guess the lesson we're all learning here is that, that celebrations should not maybe be obligatory. And when they are taking place, they should really be in line with how that person enjoys celebrating. We're not all gregarious people who enjoy balloons and clowns and cakes and jello and copious amounts of alcohol. We're not all like that. Some of us choose to celebrate in other ways, don't we? Let's get into the results of the poll, shall we? Because I think the poll has now finished. Yes, it has. All right. So I made the statement that celebrating your birthday should not be obligatory, and you guys said 88% true. Yeah. I'm kind of with that. Did we shift your needle at all?
No, I still think it's not obligatory.
It's not obligatory. It
But
shouldn't
if
be.
a kid wants to celebrate it, you should celebrate it.
Yeah, if a kid wants to. I think kids' birthdays are a little different to, again, over the age of 3. When they can start to talk, okay, fine. But when they're like little potatoes there, unaware of the world around them, then I draw the line. Come on. Anyway, sorry. Well, what do we have here? What about celebrating dogs' birthdays, says Mike. Obligatory, come on. And it's cute. You put a little hat on them. It's all for the gram. Con says, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Rob. Thank you, Con. 48 years young. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bridge says, the feast day of the founder was on my birthday. I got a massive and a happy day. Every year. Salesian. I don't know what that is, Bridge. Sorry, but happy Salesian Day or whatever. Sasha says, my birthday is on the 23rd. I'm just having a pub lunch with friends. That's perfect. That's my idea of a celebration. Well done. And a happy birthday to you for the 23rd, in case I forget, Sasha. Tamisa says, 1-year-old kid. Some children can already walk and talk at that age, Rob. Both of mine could. Oh, the horror. Would you, if you had a 1-year-old, Dan, would you celebrate his birthday?
I guess so, yes.
But you'd be doing it more for you than for the kid.
For the family to know.
That's how I treat adult birthdays as well. I remember we used to throw the biggest, most extravagant birthdays for my grandma. And she didn't care. My grandma was all love, and she did everything in her life for the people around her, all the time. So whenever it came the time of the anniversary of her birth, which was on the 20th of June, the family would go all out and kind of get everyone together to celebrate her birthday. And I could see that she wasn't comfortable being served rather than serving. But it wasn't about what she wanted, was it? It's about the people around you, given the chance and the opportunity and the obligation to show how much they care. And I think that's where maybe I land on this one. Should it be obligatory to celebrate your birthday? I don't think that should be in the hands of the person whose birthday it is. I think it should be in the hands of the people who care about them. How do you feel? Do you feel this is a person that needs to be acknowledged and celebrated? Then maybe you should. Am I getting soft in my old age? I think I might be.
So now if you don't celebrate your birthday, that means nobody loves you.
Yes. No, I'm not saying I'm not saying that, because circumstances are always going to be different, right? Circumstances of your life and the lives of those around you are going to be different. Look, when Andy spent like 2 years kind of raising young, small kids. She had little time for anything. Through that period of time, I lost 2 of my best friends, and I was, it wasn't the best time. So celebrating my birthday, an arbitrary kind of date like that, wasn't appropriate. But I don't know. I seem to think it's more in the hands of others. I think when you've got a person who organises their own birthday, I think that can get a little sad, can't it? Come here and adore me. If that's your jam, then that's your jam, and good for you. But I think, the idea of someone saying, no, I don't want to celebrate my birthday, and everyone just jumping to what they've said as if it's written in stone. If they feel like celebrating your birthday, you should let them. There you go. That's where I'm at. But you know what all these are, friends? They're just opinions. And opinions, they're like buttholes. Everyone has one. They all stink, including mine. Let's move on to today's 100 Humans. I don't know. I tried to get through that with a little bit of dignity, Dan. I don't know how I did. Let's see. One can tell you are a retired Roman Catholic. I am a retired Roman Catholic, sorry. Okay, let's see. All right. It was a long walk to work today across snow-capped mountains and through river valleys. And on that walk, I encountered 100 humans and I asked them all a question. Today's question is, name something you'll see at a child's birthday party. Nombra algo que puedes ver en una fiesta de cumpleaños infantil. I asked them that question. They gave me their answers. I'm in possession of the top 7 answers. Your job in the audience is to identify those top 7 answers. I'm just going to immediately read Carlos's. A stripper. How do you say stripper, Dad? How do you say that in Spanish?
A stripper.
A stripper. And he also says, in parentheses, I'm back. Welcome, Carlos. All right, Dan, name something you'll see at a kid's birthday party.
Cake.
A cake. Tarta. Is a cake there? You know, Artemisa agrees with you. She says cake. So does Sasha. Oh, wow, you guys are on fire today. Is a cake there? Bunch of people on Instagram said cake. GD Andres, Carmen, Juana Reo, and a bunch of others. Is a cake there? Yes, it is. Well done. Third most common answer, a cake. Okay, you guys are on fire in the chat. Let me do a little scrolling. Okay, other kids. Kids, niños. Is kids there? Yes, it is. Well done. That was Vero. Sasha says a clown. Probably the most terrifying kid at a child's terrifying thing at a child's birthday. A clown's terrifying, Dan? Yes or no?
Maybe.
Yeah, Dan's
it's not common here in Spain.
No. Dan's more terrified of the kids. I'm with you, Dan. Is a clown there? Yes, it is. Well done, Sasha. Okay. Bunch of people saying balloons. Artemisa and Vero both saying balloons. Is balloons there? Yes, it is. Well done. 28 of 100 humans said balloons. It's the number 1 answer. Okay, a piñata. International listeners, that's where there is a cardboard effigy and people ritually sacrifice it to the god of candies. That's a beautiful tradition. They just beat its brains out until candies fall out. There you go. Is a piñata there? It's a great answer, but no, it's not. Con and a bunch of others say presents, gifts. Presents. Is presents there? Gifts. Regalos. Yes, it is. Well done. Oh, God, I haven't even paid any attention to our friends on Instagram. What do we have here? A birthday cake. We had that one. That was from Artemisa, and someone said it before. What do we have? Presents. Ice cream, says Eugene. Ice cream. Helado. Is ice cream there? Yes, it is. Well done. A few people laughing there at my explanation of what a piñata is. Have you ever had a piñata at your birthday, Dan?
I don't remember it, but I guess so, yeah.
Can I be honest? It is gruesome, dude. You give a kid a stick and you say, beat the cack out of this thing until candy falls out of it. I don't know, man. You look at it from afar and it kind of starts to look like a ritualistic sacrifice to the god of candies. Anyway, we said, Artemisa also said balloons. Games, says Sasha, some great answers. I was once at a birthday with a stripper, says Vero. Hopefully it wasn't a kid's birthday party. Imagine you hire a clown and that happens. All right, kids. What is he making out of the balloons? Oh my God. All right, anyway. candies, fizzy drinks. Also, all great answers from the chat. Let's take a look at our friends on Instagram. Fenor Kitty says the magician. Juan Arreo, the child's family. A lot of people saying presents and answers we had before. Presents said MP Contel as well. Rosa, balloons. Clown, cake, balloons, says Ivan Samrov. Gemma Racino, balloons. Candies. Presents, balloons. Everyone's saying balloons. Sweeties, says Ivan GP. Emily, balloons. Other kids. Pizza, cake, ice cream, presents, games. All those answers repeated ad not. There's just one you haven't got, but one person did say it. A ball pit, says Artemisa. Snacks, says Mike. Fenor Kitty on Instagram said party hat. Gorro de fiesta. Is it there? Yes, it is! And friends, with that, you have completed today's 100 humans. Is that 2 days in a row, Dan? Are we gonna get a 5 in a row this week? No pressure, guys, but you know, you're on the cusp. All right, let's go through the list, friends. I asked you to name something you can see at a child's birthday. In position number... Oh, Daniel. Is this my birthday present? Nombra algo que puedes ver en una fiesta, cumpleaños infantil. Number 7 was a party hat. Gorro de fiesta, party hat. In position number 6. Gifts, regalos, gifts. In position number 5. Helados, or helado, ice cream. In position number 4. Kids, other kids, niños. In position number 3. We had cake, tarta. 22 of 100 humans said cake. In position number 2. A clown, payaso, clown. 26 of 100 humans. And finally, in position number 1. With 28 of 100 humans, we had balloons. Well done, friends. Mike says, will you celebrate on the lunchtime show? Probably. Andy won't let me get away without celebrating it. But you know what? I celebrated it right here with you, my friends. So thank you so much for making it a special morning for me. It's been a long while since I've been looking forward to this anniversary of my birth. So thank you so much, guys. And I will see you at 1:30, of course, with my bestie and my 2 boys, Dave and Dan, for the lunchtime show. See you next time.